Our world has been transformed by those who think big. Big thinkers who have made a big impact, revolutionized the world, disrupted the status quo, changed our very existence, the way we live and the way we work, until it's nearly impossible to imagine how we even existed before these revolutionary ideas became the norm, became the norm, became the norm, became the norm.
Say you want a revolution, well, you know,
Good?
we all want to change the world. Tell me that it's evolution.
Good evening, everyone. I brought a friend for me, and I've now hit a career highlight. I've walked out to a Beatles song with a giant stuffed animal, and I don't think it's going to get much better than this, but I love Max. Max is what we call a big thinker. He really is. He really thinks about things, how they should be different, how they could be better, how we could work better together as a team. So when we were thinking about, what was the best mascot we could find to represent the veterinary community, we had to put a lot of thought into this. And we said, what best represents the veterinary community? It had to be family-oriented, it had to be very smart, it had to be team players, how to work together to help one another, all these great traits. So we searched far and wide, and we were very proud that we were able to get a prairie dog. I'm sorry, what? Oh, I'm so sorry. Max isn't a prairie dog. He's a meerkat. Max, I'm sorry. Truly. It's just that, a lot of my friends are meerkats, but they're not blue. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Max the meerkat, the VetFolio meerkat. He's going to be here all week helping us out. He's a great friend to us. Thank you, Max. Max the meerkat. Max really embodies a lot of what NAVC is about. We truly like to think that we are big thinkers, that we do things differently, that we're unique, and that we approach things differently than anyone else out there does it. And we take a lot of inspiration from other companies who are doing big things, doing very smart things, doing very cool things. Companies like Apple and Zappos and Google and Starbucks. You guys have heard about them, haven't you? Great companies, great customer-centric companies. They play by their own rules. Most importantly, they're bringing us the products and the innovations and the things that we use every day that we can't imagine not using every single day. That little thing that you have connected to you, little cell phone tethered to you at each and every moment? Those are the things that we want to be about at NAVC. What are the game changers? What are the things that will differentiate us in the future? And what's so unique about those companies, and what we like to think is so unique about NAVC, is that those ideas were not necessarily born out of dollars and cents business strategy. With all due respect to our new CFO, who we love, it was not an accountant sitting in a back room with one of those green, lampshades. You guys remember those? He still uses one. Scratching out, how much money could we make? What's the most we can charge, and what would this look like? All of these great companies, products, and services that are so revolutionary that we couldn't live without were created by people whose first thought was, what can we do to make our customers' lives better? What can we do that will make the world better tomorrow than it is today? And that's the type of thinking that we truly love. When I came on board the NAVC, it's actually almost a year ago today. In fact, Judy Gray's sitting right up here. She was your interim CEO for a while and has been such a gracious transition to me and a wonderful friend. And I remember us thinking about the strategic plan. This strategic plan, I came on board, they said, Tom, we put a little something together, some thoughts and ideas of where we want this organization to go, and they came out with this 35-page monster, and it was packed with just great, big, visionary ideas. This was really good stuff. This is the type of stuff that association leaders really get into. And I said, wow, you guys you're headed in the right direction. I want to be part of this team. I want to do this. But the thing that was so special about it is that they didn't just say, hey, we want to do this, we just want to grow, we want to make more money, we want to add this and add that. They did it because they were determined that they were going to add something to the community that was not just about making a few dollars. Because that's not the way revolution happens. See, revolution is about focusing on the customer. It's about focusing on you, the entire veterinary healthcare team. So after a few meetings with the NAVC, we started to brainstorm and think through what could we do different? What could we do special, unique, dare we use the word revolutionary, a game changer? I like to use the word disruptive. How do we make it disruptive? We brainstormed all the different things, and we decided we wanted this to be the preeminent resource for education, information, research, and training for the veterinary profession. We wanted to take the NAVC conference experience and replicate it online. We wanted to take this because, you know, we're lucky. We can afford to be here, right? It's not inexpensive to come to Orlando every year, but how many of your peers are back home? How much would they love to connect to just a small part of this? And we started to think, hey, we're on to something. How could we package this all together? We had all the ingredients. We looked at different models. We looked at different platforms. And we knew we were on to something when the group was all in a room and the board members were involved, and all of a sudden they looked very excited and really freaking scared, right? Because there was this huge monster of a project that they now had in front of them, and they had to put it together in 6 months. And I was the guy who got up in front of them and said, 6 months, no problem, we got it. We got it. This is NAVC, these are veterinarians, they're doing crazy stuff every day all over the world. Veterinary tech, saving animals' lives, right? If you could do that, we could certainly do it. So it's today here that I have the great pleasure of telling you that this team has indeed accomplished what we set out to do. This team has developed what we think is truly a revolutionary, game-changing product in terms of education and CE that the world has ever seen. It is a product that we think is going to make you a better vet, a better veterinary technician, a better veterinary practice manager starting here today, this week. So on behalf of the entire NAVC team and our partners, I'm proud to unveil the product that is the combination of all of our big thinking, VetFolio. This is the first veterinary education product to bring the best, most trusted resources of the profession together in one amazing product. In fact, Max likes to say, it's the best thing since us animals. And I agree, because it's pretty cool, and it has a lot of really cool things in it. In fact, I'm proud to say that as I stand up on this stage today, we launched VetFolio with over 25,000 veterinary professionals already connected to the product. 25,000 professionals, yes. That's game-changing. And it's in large part due to the support of some really great companies like Banfield, who has agreed to put almost every single one of their clinics within our platform, within the VetFolio platform, because they saw something in this, they saw something in us that they believed in. So Dr. Jeff Klausner, if you're here tonight, your entire Banfield team, thank you so much. We appreciate all of your support and all of your encouragement. You've made us better during this entire project. Yes, no, please. So what is so cool about VetFolio? Well, the first thing is we think it has the absolute brightest people in the profession. We have over 375 of the industry's key opinion leaders. Our new Chief Veterinary Officer, Dr. Rick Lacuter, went all over and scouted what he thought was the best, most talented people, and I think he achieved that. Some of the biggest names in the community. It has a robust community discussion forum that lets you easily connect with your peers, and the technology is amazing, up to date. It allows you to ask questions and interact with professionals who have the same exact challenges that you do every single day. You're stuck, you have a problem, you need input, VetFolio's there. The forum is also moderated by that same talented team of VetFolio faculty members that Rick has put together. And those folks are some of the most respected and accomplished veterinary professionals, veterinary technicians, and practice management consultants that we could find anywhere. These faculty members also contribute their own clinical views to our content library, and I'm proud to say that we launched with over 100 of those, day one. And here's a great little VetFolio perk. I like to call it Ask the Expert. You know those times when you really need help, you really need focused help, you want to make sure you're not calling Dr. Google, right? So you don't know what the community may say in terms of the answer? Well, you get to go as part of the VetFolio community and as part of your subscription, ask the expert and get a really pointed question back to your concern. And that's for veterinary technicians, practice managers, and of course, veterinary doctors. But you know, advice alone doesn't make VetFolio a game changer. We've seen that before in the marketplace. There's many groups that are doing that out there. So we also took it a step further and we added a news portal. It has all of the latest and greatest information affecting the veterinary profession. We know for you each and every day it's tough to keep up with industry news when you spend all day and many nights actually treating your patients. So we have scanned all the different news sources out there each and every day around the world and deliver them directly to you within this portfolio. The latest, greatest content, information. The same goes for veterinary products and technologies. You know, a lot of people tell me, Tom, one of the most exciting things that we like to do here is go to the exhibit hall because we learn. We see what's out there, we see what's new. And you shouldn't have to wait a year to see what's new and to get an understanding of it and touch it and feel it, at least in a virtual sense. So now you have a one-stop shop, the VetFolio marketplace, for the latest practice equipment, the cutting-edge office technologies, the new treatment everyone's talking about, and much, much more. Very, very exciting. Plus, I can tell you that we've also added the last 3 years of NAVC Conference proceedings. Every single one, easy to search, easy to print, easy to access. You can put it on your iPhone, your iPad, your whatever. It is there and it's available for you to use anytime. But the truth is, even that doesn't make VetFolio a game changer. No. Because first and foremost, VetFolio is a vehicle for veterinary education. It's really the sheer amount, the depth and breadth of the educational content that you can access through this one product that we think is simply unprecedented. In fact, starting in the kickoff here this week, we have over 500 hours of educational videos in there. Educational courses for the entire veterinary healthcare team. We didn't focus on one area, we didn't focus on one topic, we packed it all in there. All the modules are RACE approved, and it includes additional outstanding global content from our partner VetStream, who has worked with us very closely to help put this together and develop these platforms. So thank you to VetStream for that. And that's what's just available day one. Over 500 hours, think about that. You couldn't go through them, your entire practice, if you're an average of 12 to 15, you couldn't go through them all in a year. You couldn't go through them all in 2 years. The great part, though, is that we don't just build it and then hope you're going to come and then leave it be. No, we add additional videos every single week. Great modules will come from this conference. We have some of the biggest minds in the profession who are putting together special built videos and alternative educational products for you to view, webinars, podcasts. They're also all self-paced. You stop and start as you go. You want to go in, take 15 minutes, stop it, come back, treat a patient, go back in, pick up your iPhone, take another 15 minutes, take the quiz, get your CE credits. Everything is tracked for you. Everything is put into a system. Everything is there ready for you so that you can record your hours each and every year. But again, videos alone don't make VetFolio a game changer. Because VetFolio also then takes it a step further and brings together the latest and greatest articles on veterinary medicine and veterinary practice management from all over the world. We have really spent the last couple of weeks, and you're going to hear a number of announcements throughout the week on partnerships we have developed to develop thousands of articles with some of the top veterinary journals all throughout vetfolio.com. Some very, very exciting partnerships that we're going to now be announcing as the week progresses. But again, there's articles out there. So what is it that makes VetFolio truly a game changer? Well, it's incredibly comprehensive, but the reality is you can find educational content, news, veterinary products, and forums in other places. I can tell you where they are. I know that you can go and buy a video, a CE, an hour or 2 hours from anywhere from $30 to $50. It's about what they typically run. But there's only one product in the veterinary world that gives you all of those things combined, and there's only one product that gives you access to such a massive library of educational content. But see, here's where we had to make it different, and this is the part where I get into disruptive. So it's great technology, it's comprehensive, it's chock full of stuff, But how do you make it disruptive? Well, you make it disruptive by putting it at a price point that no one can say no to. Because you look and you go, really? That's it? My entire team? We can do that. Because when we were putting the plan together, we understood that everything that you were doing, we understood the pressure you were under. We understood that you were constantly under pressure to grow your practice while containing expenses and worrying about student loans. You've heard of those, haven't you? Yeah, those are the things that you really deal with each and every day. But we also know you wanted to provide professional and career development opportunities to your staff. You wanted to give them the NAVC Conference experience. Not all of them can go. You can't shut your practice down. So we asked ourselves, what was the best and most robust product we could offer at the most affordable price? And the way we're able to do that is by teaming up with what we think are some of the most incredible companies out there who were just as committed to supporting the profession. I want to recognize our founding partners up here today, here behind us. These are the folks who have made what I'm about to announce here possible. See, when we have these discussions, we said, we don't want to go in this and go the typical route and say, what's the most we can charge for this product? Because that's how most businesses approach it. What's the most we can charge? No, we actually flipped it completely upside down, like Amazon, or if any of you are familiar with Amazon Prime, we said, what's the least we can charge? And the least we could charge was possible because these folks here were able to support it, underwrite it, and make it possible. So I am thrilled to announce here that everything we're talking about here today is available for only $45 a month for an entire practice. That is your entire team, anytime, all the time, on any platform, on any device, anywhere you want it, anytime you want it. That's revolutionary, that's disruptive, that's VetFolio, and I have to tell you, we are darn proud of it. It's not perfect yet. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's certainly not perfect. There's a lot of stuff we need to do. There's a lot of things we need to add. There's a lot of ways we need to improve it. There's a lot of people who need to start getting into the forums and talking and chatting and sharing and building. But you know what? 30 some odd years ago, there were 200 people at this conference. There's now over 16,000 people. That's revolutionary. That's big thinking. Thank you all very much. Welcome to NAVC 2014. Have a great week.
You say you want a revolution.